Hey there, everybody. Dave Green, Brown Sky, AFC Northerners. Wow. We got the Chargers in Cleveland. Could be the beginning of the turning for our organization. I know we've got a couple of wins, but what we really need to do is get wins back to back to back to actually say, hey, look, we could be arriving. I agree with Landry. We have not arrived yet. They, as a team, have a lot, as a whole, special teams, defense, and offense, have a lot to work on. Hopefully, they've gotten some of those mistakes corrected, and they're able to move on to better and bigger things. With that being said, I think the guys, especially for Los Angeles, that we have to watch, are on that defensive side. It would be Bosa. Bosa's really, really dang good at what he does, and I would expect him, along with that whole entire defense, to want to put pressure on Mayfield to kind of see if they can't get into his head and rattle it. And I think that'll probably be a mantra for the better part of this whole coming season. Offensively, I know everybody talks Keenan Allen, but the other guy they got, Williams, he seems to be, at least when you go back, and I'm a nerd, so I watched clips and highlights of Los Angeles's previous games, and all the clips there's maybe been 1, 2, or 3 of Allen, but I would say there was 10 clips of catches Williams was making, and the catches Williams was making were very difficult catches. Some were in the dirt that he had to go pick up. Some were over his head that he went up and grabbed with defenders in his face. The guy's got sure hands, and I think with him, the running backs, Eckler, they're going to really test what our linebackers and secondary are capable of. We lead the league in turnovers, or getting turnovers. I would expect us to get a couple of more turnovers this game. I just don't, personally, I live in Los Angeles, and there's 2 teams here in Los Angeles, the Rams and the Chargers. And if you turn the news on, they may talk a little bit of Charger stuff, but here it's Jared Goff this, Jared Goff that, Rams this, Rams that. Clearly the market here favors the Rams. And I don't know if that's because the stadium's bigger, they get more seats in the stadium, or what the deal is with that. But the market here, if you were just to base it solely on what you hear from TV and the news, you would think that the Chargers were an afterthought. But they're not an afterthought. Rivers is smoking hot right now. The guy's got, I think it's 17 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. He surefire Hall of Famer. And I don't think there's any other way to put it. Minus a Super Bowl ring or even a Super Bowl appearance. He should be a Hall of Famer. I think the Browns we're going to have our hands tied, man. We're going to be tied. It's going to take a lot of extra effort this weekend to get this W. Do I think that we can get a W? Absolutely. Do I expect to get a W? Absolutely. I think that with the pieces that we have in place, the growth that they're showing, they're starting to kind of put it together. You know, Mayfield came in against the Jets, so there was a couple of weeks there where he didn't really get any participation in practice with these first stringers. And, pardon me, when you go and you watch the last game and Mayfield's scrambling inside the pocket and he's trying to lose defenders, the offensive line didn't know which way he was going to go or exactly what he was going to do. That's a chemistry issue that with the more games that these guys play with Baker, it's going to get itself worked out. I think Baker's going to throw for at least 200, maybe 250. I expect him to get at least 1 touchdown. I think we're going to get a touchdown on the ground. I don't really have a final score except to say that I think the Browns are going to win. I think it's going to be another close game. I don't see us blowing them out. I don't see them blowing us out. I don't know if it's going to be a high-scoring affair or a low-scoring affair. What the hell's the freaking damn word for it? as a homer, I would say Browns are going to blow them out. It's going to be like 40-10. But I know that that's unrealistic. It's the NFL, and every player is good, and every team is good. And if the team's not good, there are good players that do stand up and do rise to the occasion. And I think that the Browns are going to pull this one out. I'm going to say it's going to be by about 4 points. I would think the scoring is going to be somewhere in the 20s. If I was going to put a score on it, I'm going to say Browns 26, Chargers 22. That would be what I would think. Other than that, let's just keep the kicking game in your prayers. I know that San Diego, watching those clips, they're having a little bit of trouble with their kicker, Sturgis, also. So maybe we get the better of it all, and our special teams comes out on top with this. So let's keep our fingers crossed on that one. That's about all I got. So until next time, let's just say fuck Baltimore, because there hasn't been a video up yet of their preview. And fuck Pittsburgh, because they haven't put a video up of their preview yet. If you haven't seen Mark Herman's video, he posted yesterday in the evening. Please check him out. And check him out on Twitter at LA Bengal Fan. In addition, I know Joe Noob came out the other day, made an announcement that he's not going to be putting up as many videos, but the videos he will be putting up, please check his videos out. And in addition, as always, please check out New Stripe City. Ace Boogie, fantastic job as always. He really breaks it down. His halftime shows are amazing, and his post-game shows are also really good. With that, I say fuck every team inside the division. If you're not in our division, fuck your team also. Everybody have a great one. Go Browns.